What if I told you the future of the Straw Hat Pirates isn't just about reaching Raftel? What if their greatest battles, their most unimaginable power-ups, and their most emotional moments are still yet to come? The Straw Hats have fought warlords, emperors, and the world itself. But what happens when they face destiny? What role will Luffy's true awakening play in reshaping the entire world? Will Zoro finally unlock the secrets of his cursed blades? Could Usopp truly become the brave warrior of the sea he always dreamed of? The endgame of One Piece isn't just a story about treasure. It's a battle for freedom, legacies, and the dawn of a new era. Today, we're breaking down the future of every single Straw Hat, from their hidden potential to their roles in the final war, and even their ultimate opponents. This is the most detailed look at where the Straw Hats are headed. If you think you know what's coming, think again. Grab your straw hat, hold on to your dreams, and let's dive into the future of One Piece like never before. Luffy, the Pirate King in the making. Luffy's journey is one of unwavering resolve, unbreakable bonds, and unstoppable growth. From the very beginning, Luffy's dream was clear, to become the Pirate King. But unlike others, his desire wasn't about the treasure or the title. It was about freedom. Luffy wants to be the freest person on the seas, and that goal drives every decision he makes, every alliance he forms, and every fight he takes on. From his humble beginnings in Fuchsia Village to becoming the leader of the Straw Hat Pirates, Luffy's path has been filled with challenges, friendships, and remarkable feats. He has consistently pushed himself beyond his limits, whether that be in the Enies Lobby, where he declared war on the world government, or in the Wano arc, where he took on some of the most dangerous forces in the world, including Kaido and the Beast Pirates. His connection to the Will of D, his inheritance of Goldie Roger's will, and his belief in the freedom of all people have made him the center of this new era that is slowly but surely reshaping the world. As the story progresses, Luffy's place as a revolutionary figure becomes more evident, and his leadership will be critical in toppling the oppressive forces of the world. Let's look at some potential power-ups. First is Gear 5th, the true awakening of the Gomu Gomu no Mi. While Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi is one of the central mysteries of the story, it is widely theorized that Luffy has yet to fully unlock its potential. The fruit may not just grant rubber abilities, but potentially an ancient awakened power that could alter the nature of reality itself. Number 2 is Awakened Conqueror's Haki. While Luffy is already a master of Conqueror's Haki, he could unlock its true potential, allowing him to control entire armies with his presence or embody the essence of a conqueror in battle. His Haki-coded attacks may also evolve into attacks that can affect large-scale environments, tearing apart entire landscapes with the mere will to fight. Number 3, Advanced Observation Haki. Luffy's ability to see the future is still in its infancy. He may continue to refine this skill, allowing him to anticipate and counter any attack. Even from the strongest opponents, this would make him unstoppable in battle, as he would be able to read and respond to attacks before they happen. The role in the final war. First up, the leader of the new era. Luffy's role as the Pirate King will likely be a symbolic one. He will bring together the disenfranchised people, including the revolutionaries, the Grand Fleet, and the disputed factions of the world, to create a world where freedom is paramount. His influence will reach far beyond just being a pirate. He will embody the hope of the oppressed people everywhere. Second, clash with the world government and Emu. Luffy's ultimate confrontation will be against the world government, and specifically Emu, the shadowy ruler behind the scenes. As the interior of the Will of D, Luffy will likely challenge Emu for control of the world, using the Truth of the Void Century and the ancient weapons to dismantle the government's grip on power. His goal isn't just to become the Pirate King, but to free the world from oppression. And third, final battle with Blackbeard. Luffy's final enemy could very well be Blackbeard, the only other pirate who represents a significant challenge to Luffy's ideals. Blackbeard's desire for ultimate power and his devil fruit abilities contrast sharply with Luffy's drive for freedom. Their clash will symbolize the final battle for the future of the world, with Luffy's ideals pitted directly against Blackbeard's thirst for domination. Luffy's legacy and future as Pirate King. Luffy's journey is about breaking chains and shattering limits, both physically and ideologically. As he nears his goal of becoming the Pirate King, his legacy will not just be one of power, but one of revolutionary change. Luffy will lead the world into an era where the freedom of all people is honored and the oppressive systems of power are dismantled. Luffy will become a symbol of true freedom and a leader of the new world. Someone who didn't just want to claim the One Piece, but also fought for a future where every individual could live without fear of tyranny. His story will transcend the seas, becoming the legend of the Pirate King who reshaped the world forever. Luffy is not just the captain of the Straw Hats, he is the beacon of hope for a new world. His growth as a fighter, leader, and person has been monumental, and as the final war looms, his role will become the key to shaping the future of the seas. With the full potential of his devil fruit, his haki, and his unyielding will, Luffy will fight not just for his dreams, but for the dreams of the oppressed across the world. Luffy's final battle will determine the fate of the world, and with his indomitable spirit, there's no doubt that he will be the pirate king the world has been waiting for. Second, Roronoa Zoro, the king of hell and world's greatest swordsman. Zoro started as a bounty hunter with one goal: to fulfill his promise to Kuina and become the world's greatest swordsman. Zoro's path has always been about discipline, loyalty, and sacrifice. He has proven time and again that he is Luffy's most reliable right-hand man. His fight against Mihawk and Baratie solidified his resolve, and his battles against foes like Mr. One, Kaku, and King have demonstrated his extraordinary growth. Zoro's mastery of the three-sword style has made him one of the most fearsome fighters in the world. His bond with his swords, particularly Enma, highlights his journey toward mastering cursed and legendary blades. With his newly unlocked Conqueror's Haki in Wano, Zoro has entered a league of his own, taking a major step towards surpassing Mihawk. Here are his potential power-ups. First is forging black blades. Zoro wields three swords: Wado, Ichimonji, Sandai Kitetsu, and Enma. Turning them into black blades will mark Zoro's ultimate mastery of armament haki. Black blades are said to gain permanent strength and durability, making them indestructible weapons. The process of forging black blades may require Zoro to pour his will and spirit into the swords, creating an unbreakable bond. Second is Advanced Conqueror's Haki. Zoro has already shown that he can coat his blades with Conqueror's Haki. Future improvements could include Haki Shockwaves. Zoro's slashes could generate Conqueror's Haki-infused shockwaves capable of slicing through even intangible objects like fire or energy. Asura Mastery. Zoro's 9-sword style, Asura, could evolve into a full manifestation of a demonic spirit, granting him unparalleled destructive power. Third, sword inheritance or upgrades. Zoro may regain the legendary Black Blade Shusui from Ryuma's grave as a symbol of his status in Wano. Nidai Kitetsu. He could inherit the superior counterpart to Sandai Kitetsu, further increasing his strength. And number 4, Observation Haki growth. Zoro's observation haki could develop to counter Shiryu's invisibility. He might learn to see attacks with his other senses, much like Fujitora. Final opponents. First is Shiryu of the Rain. Shiryu's Sukesuke no Mi, or invisibility fruit, will test Zoro's observation haki and ability to adapt. The fight could parallel Zoro's battle with Mr. One, where he learned to cut steel, by requiring Zoro to sense and cut through invisibility. Second is Dracul Mihawk, the ultimate duel between master and student. Zoro's fight with Mihawk will not just be about skill, but about Zoro's growth as a swordsman and as a person. The fight will likely be emotional, showcasing the culmination of Zoro's years of dedication and sacrifice. His role in the final war. Zoro's role will likely involve protecting Luffy during the climactic battle against Imu and the world government. He may take on one of the admirals such as Fujitora or Green Bull, proving his strength as Luffy's ultimate right-hand man. Some theorists speculate Zoro will destroy Mary Joyce, symbolizing the fall of oppression with a single slash. Number 3, Nami, the Weather Queen. Nami began her journey as a thief and navigator, motivated by her dream to create a map of the entire world. Her tragic backstory with Arlong revealed her desire to protect her village and her immense courage. As the crew's navigator, Nami's genius lies in her ability to predict and manipulate weather, ensuring the crew's survival through the Grand Line's dangerous seas. In Wano, Nami gained Zeus, Big Mom's homie, enhancing her weather-controlling abilities significantly. She has gone from a defensive fighter to a powerful combatant capable of summoning storms and defeating powerful foes like Ulti. Here are her potential power-ups. First is Climatact Evolution. Nami's weapon, the Climatact, could gain new upgrades from Frankie and Usopp. Nami may learn to summon massive weather systems such as hurricanes, typhoons, or even localized tsunamis. With Zeus fully integrated into her Climatact, Nami might be able to channel multiple lightning strikes simultaneously, turning the battle into a stormy hell. Number 2 is Haki Development. While Nami hasn't displayed Haki yet, it's possible she could unlock Observation Haki, allowing her to sense weather patterns and enemy movements with pinpoint accuracy. Armament Haki, enhancing her Climatact for physical combat. Number 3, Zeus's final form. Zeus could evolve into a sentient entity capable of acting independently or transforming into a more powerful storm creature. Final opponents, first would be Katarina Devon. Blackbeard's shape-shifting pirate will test Nami's cunning and combat skills. Devon's mythical Zoan abilities could create illusions or confusion that Nami must overcome. Number 3 is Imu's forces. Nami's knowledge of weather and navigation may prove essential in navigating the treacherous final battlefields. She might even destroy key structures of the world government with a well-timed storm. Her role in the final battle. Nami will be the strategist and support powerhouse using her weather abilities to turn the tide of battle. Her skills as a navigator may also prove vital in finding Laugh Tale and guiding the Straw Hats through the final sea. Number 4 is Windsmoke Sanji, the black leg and culinary genius. Sanji's story is defined by his refusal to accept the heartlessness of the Windsmoke lineage. Born as the third son of the Germa 66 royal family, he was ostracized for his compassion, weakness, and lack of genetically modified abilities. Zeph's influence as a father figure allowed Sanji to develop into a chef who values life and sees food as a way to connect people. From the Barati to Whole Cake Island, Sanji's growth has been immense. His loyalty to the Straw Hat crew was tested during the Whole Cake Island arc when he had to confront his past, his family, and the painful sacrifice of leaving his dreams behind for their safety. Sanji emerged stronger, embracing his heritage, while remaining true to his humanity. His Ifrit Jinbe and mastery of combat made him one of the crew's strongest fighters, but his greatest strength is his resolve and unwavering belief in protecting others. Here are his potential power-ups. First, Full Germa Powers Awakening. Sanji could unlock the full potential of his modified genes, gaining abilities like enhanced regeneration, greater durability, or even the ability to channel his flames at longer ranges. Second is Advanced Observation Haki. Sanji already has impressive observation haki, but he could take it to Katakuri's level, allowing him to briefly see into the future and dodge even faster attacks. Third is Flame Evolution. His Ifrit Jinbe may evolve to produce white flames, representing the hottest fire possible, making his attacks catastrophic. Sanji's speed and ability would make him the perfect match against the light-speed Admiral. This fight could showcase Sanji's full aerial combat potential and flame techniques. Number 2 would be Jesus Burgess or Avalo Pizarro. As part of Blackbeard's crew, either of these physically powerful fighters would test Sanji's strength and durability. His role in the final war. Sanji will likely protect key allies, ensuring the Straw Hats' mission succeeds. He could also use his cooking to rally the Grand Fleet. He may play a major role in bringing the All Blue to life by helping unify the seas. Number 5 is Usopp, the Sniper King and brave warrior of the sea. Usopp began as a cowardly dreamer, telling tall tales of heroism to mask his insecurities. His growth throughout the series has been gradual but profound. From his first acts of bravery in Syrup Village to his momentous stand against Sugar in Dressrosa, Usopp has proven his courage time and again. His goal of becoming a brave warrior of the sea has always driven him, but it's his ability to inspire courage in others that makes him truly special. Usopp's sniper skills and creativity with his pop greens make him a versatile fighter. Potential power-ups. First is the Haki Mastery. Usopp could enhance his observation Haki to Yasopp's level, becoming the greatest sniper in the world. Second is Advanced Ammunition. His pop greens could evolve into more destructive plants, such as ones that create hurricanes or earthquakes. Final opponents. First is Van Augur. The Blackbeard sniper's Warp Fruit will test Usopp's ability to predict enemy movements and adapt to unpredictable scenarios. Second is World Government Strategist. Usopp may face an enemy who challenges his wits and creativity. His role in the final war. Usopp will likely lead the Grand Fleet as their strategist, ensuring their attacks are coordinated. He may also inspire a mass uprising against the world government, proving himself a brave warrior. Next up, at number 6, Nico Robin, the demon of the Revolutionary Army and seeker of the true history. Robin's life has been marked by tragedy, starting with her childhood in Ohara, where she was ostracized for being a child prodigy and for possessing the Hana Hana no Mi, or the Flower Fruit. Her journey from a fugitive on the run to one of Luffy's most trusted crew members has been long and filled with personal growth. Robin's intense pursuit of the true history and her knowledge of the poneglyphs is crucial in understanding the history of the Void Century, the ancient weapons, and the true purpose of the Pirate King's treasure. After the events in Skypiea, Robin's loyalty and commitment to the Straw Hats grew even stronger, culminating in her powerful stance against the world government. In Water 7 and Enies Lobby, she boldly declared her refusal to be a tool for the government and chose to fight for her right to live. Potential power-ups. First up is Advanced Flower Manipulation. Robin may learn to manipulate other objects or elements with her powers, such as controlling entire structures or summoning creatures like she did with the giant arm in Dressrosa. Number 2, Poneglyphs and the Void Century. Robin's ability to unlock mysteries of the Void Century and the ancient weapons may become vital to the world's future. The true history will help reveal what the Will of D means, and could determine the Straw Hat's place in the New World Order. Final opponents first would be Blackbeard's crew. Robin may find herself up against Katarina Devon or Shiryu, who are two powerful fighters on Blackbeard's crew. Devon's mythical Zoan abilities and Shiryu's Sukesuke no Mi, or the invisibility fruit, could challenge Robin's ability to deal with unseen or shape-shifting foes. Number 2 is Emo. Robin's connection to history might give her a personal vendetta against the highest authority in the world. The final battle could see Robin using all of her intellect, powers, and allies to unveil Emu's dark past. As for her role in the final war, Robin will serve as the key historian and tactician of the crew, uncovering vital information about the ancient kingdom and leading the charge against the world government's oppressive regime. Her mastery of the poneglyphs could even grant her the ability to decode secrets that will help bring down Emo. Number 7 is Frankie, the cyborg shipwright and inventor extraordinaire. Frankie's story is one of radical reinvention. From a shipbuilder in Water 7 to a cyborg warrior, Frankie has transformed his body and the Thousand Sunny into powerful cutting-edge machines. He's not just the Straw Hat's shipwright, but their tech genius. Frankie's development, particularly in his battle with Senor Pink and during the Dressrosa and Wano arcs, has highlighted his incredible resilience and his constant desire to evolve. He has become more than a mere shipwright. He's a battle-ready inventor, capable of taking on entire fleets with his technology and combat ability. Potential power-ups: first, cyborg evolution. Frankie could upgrade his cyborg body, possibly integrating elemental attacks, energy shields, or AI assistance for strategic thinking. Second, Frankie Shogun enhancement. His giant robot could evolve into an even more powerful mechanical warrior, perhaps even merging with Frankie for combined combat forms. As for his final opponents, first would be Big Mom's pirates. Frankie may face off against Big Mom's forces, such as Perospero or Charlotte Katakuri, requiring him to use both his intellect and raw strength to outmaneuver them. Second would be Admiral's or Emu's forces. His creations could also be tested against admirals or other world government agents, challenging his ability to match the world's greatest powers. His role in the final war: Frankie will be crucial as the crew's engineer and combat strategist. He will use his inventions to tip the scales in the battle against the world government and Blackbeard, possibly playing a pivotal role in the final battle to liberate the seas. At number 8, we have Tony Chopper, the Doctor and Monster. Chopper's journey from an outcast reindeer to one of the world's greatest doctors has been one of growth and self-discovery. With his ability to transform using the Hito no Mi, human fruit, Chopper has learned to be a protector of others, using his talents for healing and combat. In addition to his medical abilities, Chopper's Monster Point transformation has evolved into a more controlled and dangerous state, allowing him to fight enemies far stronger than him. His resolve and loyalty to his friends have made him a dependable, if often underestimated member of the crew. Potential power-ups: first is more controlled Monster Point. Chopper's Monster Point could reach a point where he can control its power perfectly, gaining the best of both worlds. Second would be Haki Potential. It's possible that Chopper may awaken his observation Haki, allowing him to predict and react to fast opponents. As for final opponents, first would be King. Chopper could be put against King the Wildfire, testing his Monster Point's limits against the ancient Zoan abilities and fire-based attacks of the Beast Pirates. Second would be Blackbeard's forces. A devastating battle against the forces of Blackbeard could showcase his evolved powers and intellect as he faces down some of the world's most dangerous individuals. Role in the final war: Chopper's healing abilities will likely be critical in maintaining the crew's strength, especially in the aftermath of heavy battles. His knowledge of medicine will be the backbone of the Straw Hat's survival in the face of the war's devastation. Number 9, Brook, the Soul King and musician with immortality. Brook's backstory is a deeply emotional one, having lived for over a century after eating the Yomi no Mi, or the Revive fruit. He is the living embodiment of loss and rebirth, having experienced the pain of watching everyone he knew and loved die. From his time as the leader of the Rumbar Pirates to his joining the Straw Hats, Brook's life has been filled with profound loneliness, but the Straw Hats has given him a family again. His soul powers, combined with his skills in swordsmanship and music, make him one of the most unpredictable fighters in the crew. Despite being a skeleton, his fighting style and presence are anything but lacking. Brook's involvement in the Whole Cake Island and Wano arcs have shown his versatility, from supporting the crew in battles to providing a healing, uplifting presence with his music. His potential power-ups: first, Soul Mastery. Brook could enhance his soul manipulation abilities, allowing him to fully control spiritual energy, possibly granting him powers akin to spirit manipulation or even controlling the dead. Second, Soul Regeneration. If Brook's power continues to evolve, he might gain the ability to regenerate faster and recover from even more fatal injuries, making him nearly indestructible. Final opponents: first, Big Mom or Kaido's forces. Brook's soul manipulation could be a major weapon against the souls of powerful enemies like Big Mom and her Soul Fruit, or even against Kaido's immense durability. Second, Blackbeard's crew. Brook could face off against Shiryu, whose invisible attacks may force Brook to use his soul-based abilities to bypass the invisibility. Role in the final war. Brook's music and soul-based powers will be critical in disrupting the enemy's morale. His role may also involve using his immortality to scout dangerous territories without risking death, while his soul sword can be a game-changer in combating souls and the darker powers of the final villains. He will continue to serve as a moral support and a warrior of the soul in the Straw Hats' battle against tyranny. Number 10. Jinbe, the Knight of the Sea and master of Fishman Karate. Jinbe has always carried the weight of his people's struggles. As a former Shichibukai and a high-ranking officer in the Revolutionary Army, Jinbe has been entrenched in the politics of the world for much of his life. He fought for equality, justice, and the future of the fishmen. Jinbe's bond with Luffy, forged during the Impel Down and Marineford events, eventually led to him joining the crew as their 10th member. His mastery of Fishman Karate and his immense strength have made him an indispensable ally in the fight against tyrants. Jinbe represents the bridge between humans and fishmen, and his role in uniting both races is essential for a brighter future. Potential power-ups. First is Conqueror's Haki Awakening. Jinbe could unlock his Conqueror's Haki, which would elevate his combat ability to match the likes of the Yonko and Admirals. His commanding presence could inspire his allies and crush opponents. Second, Water Elemental Mastery. If Jinbe further enhances his connection with water, he may be able to control the ocean currents on a larger scale, influencing weather and even potentially controlling vast bodies of water in battles. Final opponents: first would be Admiral Fujitora or Kizaru. A battle against an admiral would showcase Jinbe's martial skills and water-based techniques, testing his ability to match some of the most powerful figures in the world. His skills would also be a key factor in taking on the Blackbeard Pirates or Big Mom Pirates. Second would be Imo. Jinbe may face Imu or God Knights in a final showdown, where his desire to fight for the freedom of all people, fishmen and humans alike, could result in a battle of ideals as much as a physical confrontation. His role in the final war. Jinbe will likely play a key leadership role in the final war, rallying the allied forces of the Grand Fleet and all oppressed people to fight against the world government. His role in uniting the fishmen and his ability to rally others with his wisdom will be invaluable in the grand battle against tyranny and injustice. He will serve as the guardian of the seas, wielding the power of water and martial expertise to bring victory. Each Straw Hat has their own unique journey, and their respective power-ups and role in the final war will be central to the culmination of the story. As the Pirate King rises and the world government's grip weakens, the Straw Hats will unite to shape the world's future, each playing their part in both battles and ideology. Luffy will lead with his unshakable will to liberate the world, while his crew will support him through their strength, intellect, and compassion, ensuring the era of freedom finally dawns. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the future of the Straw Hat Pirates. If this video sparked your excitement for what's to come, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your theories in the comments below.